Birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shai, call hello, Hawa, Alhaina, Yahweh, Bashim Al Shai, Bashim Kokodash, and giving double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone who well. Peace and salutation to the 144,000 prophets, the Rashim, the Heats, the prophets who've been bestowed this truth by Yahweh, Bashim Al Shai, Bashim Kokodash, to preach unto the rest of the remnant of the 1/3. Men, women, and children who are Israelites that are believers in the words of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Bashim Kokodash, and will be delivered, will be saved. Shamya Mappa, name's Mappa from the Great Millstone Plaintables Camp, located here in the city of Philadelphia. Just coming with another wee lesson. So, I have this right here off of Survival Lily, and she's I believe an Austrian, so-called Austrian woman, probably, most likely might be an Edomite, Adawam, and she covers many different topics concerning economy, the way the world's going. I believe she would be a prepper. And in this video, she says censorship is happening now. The situation is getting out of hand. And I'll pretty much warn that it's not going to be forever, that we're going to be giving out these warnings and giving out these various videos that prepare you with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to make proper decisions in dire times. So let's just go to it.
Hey guys, my name is Lily, and today I want to tell you that my Instagram account was deactivated, suspended. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. This is so ridiculous. So apparently,
and don't be shocked by the laughing, because it's really a serious matter for the chick. Scriptures do say that, which Lord willing I could get. I may not move it on the screen or show it on or display it on the screen due to my current setup that I have. The mic is set in a position that make it difficult for me to reach the keyboard, but I could. Let me see. I'm gonna try to find this scripture though. It's Proverbs 14 and 13.
this already happened.
Lord willing, I'll get. Just give me a moment. Try to do Proverbs. This is Proverbs 14:13. Even in laughter the heart is sorrowful, and to the end of that mirth is heaviness. Exactly. For laughter, from the root shechach, which goes into sport or play, but it's shechawak, like laughter. And that wa, I believe, in between the qua and the ha, it makes it like a continual, like laughing, basically. Even in laughter, the heart or the mind is sorrowful. So, you understand that. Basically, in pain from kahab, which is pain or hurt, and pain mentally or physically. Have pain, be sorrowful. Figuratively, to spoil, to grieve. Okay, so yeah, even in that, she's grieving. And the end of that mirth is heaviness. That end of that that joy or shemak or shemacha, again like a continuous from shemak. The ha make it basically continuous. Feminine noun means pleasure, happy issue. This heaviness, like of course, a depression of spirits from the Hebrew Zawagah from Yaga in the Hebrew. Yaga goes into to afflict or be grieved. Now continuing on with the video, or willing, I gotta find the video. It's I don't see it. Okay.
Happened on the 30th of August, but I only found out yesterday, and that's because I barely use Instagram, so I don't even have it installed on my phone anymore, because privately I don't use it. I just had a fan page there, and that's where I collected photos of my survival videos and other videos, hacks and so on. But I don't understand the deactivation, because I've never posted anything on Instagram which is against the guidelines, the rules, or anything political. Here on YouTube I do more like political views or videos on the situation on Europe and other topics. But on Instagram it was just pictures of me in nature or of some projects and crafts. So there was never anything which could have offended the guidelines. And that's why I don't understand this suspension. So then I thought maybe this has to do with my YouTube account, because recently I've made some videos. It's not even controversial, but it's a topic which right now is treated as controversial in mainstream media. So for example, those videos about the situation in Europe, I've done those for 1.5 years now, and it was never a problem. But recently I did a video on how I almost got kidnapped as a child, and on where I say that people need to be careful of child predators because they are really everywhere. So maybe this video here triggered my ban on Instagram because I spoke out against pedophilia. But the funny thing is, this is a video on YouTube, so I've never put anything of this topic on Instagram.
Well, you are dealing with Satan, the deceiver. So, if you thought that he would play by any form of righteousness, or that he's gonna be fair, you got another thing coming. And obviously our brothers Native Americans, they learned of that. So-called Seminole Indians, tribe of Reuben, and the nation of Israel. You have that. So let me get a scripture. Psalms chapter 55 and 2. Attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint and make a noise. Because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked. For they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. The enemy is Esau, Edom, the same spirit that's within the serpent in the garden, the same spirit that was within Cain, who slew Abel, which would be our forefather. And they have control of the earth, pursuant to Job 9 and 24. So, and they would, of course, cast iniquity upon us. You know, us as the prophets. You know, Survivor Lily, what she speaks is topics that we would use that speaks against oppression, pressing upon, or akwa in the Hebrew, which is pressure. She talks about different iniquities, different things that shouldn't go on that are going on, and that the elite like to, of course, participate within, which is vile and lewd. As she particularly talked about a certain activity, okay, that most of the elite do deal with, okay, concerning the little ones, okay. And to prove they're our enemy, you can easily go to Genesis, I believe the 3rd chapter, that talk about the enmity between the woman in Genesis 3 and 15. And I will put enmity between thee, being the serpent, and the woman, the nation of Israel, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head. Ultimately, they're going to be destroyed, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Yep. Be put in a very, very, very harsh position. And hey, it's taken quite a bit to heal, you know, from what has been done by Esau, Edom, his philosophies, etc. Just being here under his rulership. Okay. Now, Psalms 55 and 11, wickedness is in the midst thereof, deceit and guile depart not from her streets. Okay, you have wickedness is here. You know, it's everywhere. Gross darkness covered the people. You have all sorts of guile, deceit, and treachery, fraud, craft being done. And if you speak against it, you are basically wicked. Okay, because as it says in Isaiah, I think it says in Isaiah the 5th chapter, Darkness is as light and light is as darkness. This is the book of... Damn, I can't find it. Yeah, I'll use this in Job. It's another one I'm looking for though, but it says this is Job chapter 10 and 22. A land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness. Okay? And we are seen as evil and wicked for speaking out against the wickedness that's done in America, Babylon the Great, and throughout the world. This is Isaiah chapter 5 and 21. Oh, here it is right here. Isaiah 5 and 20, Slakia. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And everything has been turned upside down. Okay, everything that you see here, the new, it's upside down. It's not in its position, its proper position of order. And that's because the wicked are confusion, come with confusion. They come with witchcraft, come with trickery, come with treachery, come with this perplexity. So, and there's different scriptures I was gonna get in Psalms that talk about, obviously, like they frame mischief by law, and they draft these different various policies, and they don't uphold to them their own standards. So you think that a policy on one site, you're no breaking, but they are the wicked, and they are obviously in union with one another. So if you do break it, you are marked, and then hey, in the shadows, they're eliminating you. Okay, eliminating your pages. This is the book of Psalms chapter 94 and 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? Right, they make these unrighteous decrees, these different policies on sites, tell you must agree if you want to be a participant on the website. But then, hey, even if you are in proper standing on the site, but if you're on another site, which they're in league with the people from the other site, in many cases own the other sites, and you have now offended them, and they will eliminate your voice. 94:21, because they don't want you to be enlightened. They want bread and circus, want rich entertainment, pleasure, to distract you from what actually are they doing in secret, which is being exposed now, mainly by the prophets. And you have various whistleblowers that are bringing out different truths about what the elite rulers are doing. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous. See, so if the ones that are of the throne of iniquity, these Edomites, and then they have framed, which frame goes into Yatazar, which is just to fashion or form, predetermined, created, and they set up these the legal system just to trap you. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood, right? Which ultimately is the elect of the nation of Israel, the Israelites. Okay? But Yahweh is my defense, and my rock is, and in my power, it is the rock of my refuge. So it's in the Hebrew. Wa Yah Hayah Yahweh Layah for me, my. So in shall or be or but is, they have here Hayah be, the Most High, my, for me usually. They got the root and Yah is me, my. La Sha, La Ma Shagab, being a defense or a refuge, where you're inaccessible for capture. Wa Allah Yah, my and my power. La Tazawar, which is going into a rock. Ma Chasa, yeah. Again, Chasa, I believe it's Chasa goes back to hide, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Chasa is a refuge. Trust, really, when you trust in the Lord, Chasa, like Psalms tells you in Psalms, Yahweh Raya or let me see, Yahweh Raya. No, that's a different precept, but pardon. Just going trying to find where Chasa is in the Hebrew and from my memory, but yeah, so there's a trust. So, but the Lord is my defense and my power is the rock of my refuge. Wa Yahaya la Yahweh la Yah la Mashagab wa Alayah la Tazawar Machasaya. Alright, that's in the Hebrew, if you want to say that. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off from their own wickedness. Yeah, the Lord Yahweh power shall cut them off. Okay, so that speaks. It makes the point. The Lord is going to put out the light of the wicked. Now, you have it.
And to me, it's really peculiar why my account will get suspended if I post my opinion, my speech on another platform, which is not Instagram. So this makes no sense to me. But yeah, I'm not surprised about all of this. Honestly, I was also suspecting it because social media is now doubling down on free speech. They don't like any opinion which goes against mainstream media. So I think that this should concern us all, no matter if you're leftist or right wing or center, moderate. I think that we should really make sure that we can still voice our opinions, even if it's not to the liking of the general narrative right now. So yeah, actually I'm really happy about Instagram doing this, because that's what I wanted to do for a long time. I'm still going to appeal this suspension. Then I'm going to make a last post on Instagram that I'm going to close my Instagram account and deactivate it myself, because yeah, I think that now it's the time to be consequent. And if social media behaves like this and constantly censors us, threatens us with deactivation and suspending of our accounts, I think then it's time to take action. And my form of protest is by closing my own Instagram account.
Because she thinks that she got the power, but that's actually what they want you to do. They want to just shut you up. So we obviously know about the prophecies about Amos. The 8th chapter speaks about in the 10th verse, or verse 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. You hear the words of the Lord via the prophets that do broadcast their lessons on YouTube. If YouTube censors the prophets, which they do already, there's various videos that come up as breaking their YouTube guidelines, and they have us fight with them to pretty much have the video reinstated or have strikes taken down. So they'll have it like me. I have had strikes, 2 strikes before, 1 week, 2 week suspensions, and then go through a probationary process in which, in order for my page to be in a cautionary standing where the strikes are taken off, I had to wait periods of time, extended periods of time, for them to be removed. Even though the fact that I've appealed different strikes, but because I went on another page and tried to use the same, and I used the same tactic, and they put it on the review and they rejected the appeal, because this page that I have here, Great Millstone Daily Bread 411, has a more bigger draw than my other GMS Truth 1, I believe it is. Yeah, I had got the same strike on the same video, which they claimed that I was basically like promoting violent racial groups or something like that, which I wasn't. I was actually basically showing about the hypocrisy of the FBI, how they knew about a particular crime and they didn't do nothing. Then when it was executed, and shouldn't somebody be at fault? Well, they got mad at that I exposed that via articles in their own mouth. So it's not a proper people to have, because if you have to be reinstated, they use AI, artificial intelligence, and then they have it where it can be, as they claim, a human team can review it. But if they have a biased opinion, how is they going to be able to execute righteous judgment, especially if they're wicked and they're reprobates. So anyway, there's going to be a famine of the word, and that's prophesied. So get the word while you can. Amos chapter 8 and 12, it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea and from north into east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it, because the Lord is going to hide his prophets. Okay, the gates of mercy is going to be closed. So the things that's happened in the survivor Lily will happen to many of you that are speaking against the Edomites, the wicked, the devil, the deceiver, meaning the actual accuser, which is Esau. So shalom to the elect. All praises to Yahweh Shem Shai Shem Kokodash.